Empire State Building. I'm gonna be trying to be quiet. My husband's not awake yet. Bless you. Love you too. So, my cat Coral tells me that she loves me by licking her nose. Oops. This was working yesterday.
Jonah smiled comfortingly. Do you two need huts too? Yeah, Lily nodded. Yes, Daisy told him. But really we were exploring. We rooms, Lily shared. She means we all have our own rooms, even Devon, Daisy explained as Jonah's confused look. Then she was confused.
At
I thought
Jonah's confused look.
houses in town were smaller. Not Mommy and Daddy's house, Jonah guessed.
Okay.
Mama. Rose questioned. Da. At that moment, Sean and Ashley walked into Jonah's room with Devon in Sean's arms. We're here, Rose, he comforted. I moved us here because I
Oops.
don't like Grandpa Peyton being mean all the time. Instead of breaking up with Mommy like I did last time and something else I tell you when you're older, I stole Mommy and all of you and we moved to town last night. All of your doors have a picture of your flower name, Ashley added.
It's not
Except
what I
Jonah who has his
meant.
Amazon symbol. All of them were painted by your daddy. All four kids hurried to look at the doors. They saw the pictures. They saw that their name was above the picture. They saw that Sean and Ashley's door across the house had their symbol.
Oh, I see.
Then they
Okay.
smiled happily. But what about Devon? Jonah wondered. He doesn't have a symbol or a flower name. We'll work that out later, Ashley decided. Jonah saw that all his sisters were hungry. What's for breakfast? Guess, Ashley asked as she led the way to somewhere in the new house. Sean suggested. While you guess, we'll show you where the bathroom is just in case you gotta go. Me, Jonah decided. Me too, Daisy seconded. Mom, Lily called as a third. Rose just started crying. She'd gone in her diaper. You continue the tour. Ashley suggested. I'll get this one fixed up.
Pretty sure Rose would be 3 by then.
This one
Maybe
needs a
2.
diaper change too.
Listening
Then they walked
to
down the hall and pointed out a ton of bathrooms that made a hall that led to her main
a
house.
book called Moved Out,
These are the potties. Daisy and Jonah quickly disappeared.
which I think is going to be the book before Ship Reigns. Oh, yeah, so if that's true, then Rose would be 1. Because she's supposed to be 2 in Ship Reigns. But that was before I had Devon be born 2. Oh, Devon might be a baby in that one. Hmm.
Go back to his breakfast. Then he himself returned to the kids. You were supposed to be guessing, Sean reminded. Eggs. Daisy guessed. Sean shook his head slightly. Good. She was happy that he had a small smile. Then, Lily guessed since she wanted some bacon. Sean shook his head slightly again with a bigger smile. Rose had found a torn muffin in her room and held it up. She had found a torn box of cereal and held that up too. She wanted a little of both. Sean shook his head slightly again with an even bigger smile. Hash browns. Jonah guessed half correctly since he didn't want them. Sean shook his head slightly one last time as they walked into the dining room. The kids saw that there were scrambled eggs, bacon,
There.
sausage,
Okay.
chocolate, cereal, and hash browns. But, Daddy, Jonah protested for all of them. You shook your head. I shook my head because that's not the surprise, Sean corrected. It's Saturday and we're starting a new tradition. We're having a special food for a special day. We're having Ashley put Daisy hand on the table. Donuts. Jonah and Daisy cried happily. Lily
Or I wish I could read out loud. Because YouTube specifically said no AI voices, but I think they meant no AI voices, like, because some people were using exclusively AI voices on their video, and I wouldn't know, I wouldn't want to do that. So this Twitch thing has the option of breaking up your video into 15-minute segments. I don't know if I can do that because I like to end my video with my message that I hope everybody's having a great day and that they should know that they're enough, and that you can solve any problem, even work and school. And I usually mean it in a non-violent way. I did have a problem one time, and okay, so I was working at McDonald's, and not the shift manager, but the one above that, because there's like a store manager, but they take care of several stores, or at least two, and then oh, there's windows. Anyway, but this guy was like, one under the store manager. Anyway, so he was, I don't know if I can say gay. That doesn't sound very nice. And his boyfriend was very handsome. And, it's the kind of guy that you want to look at, but, it wasn't going to go anywhere. Anyway, but the guy decided that I was competition or something. And so he would come up to me and smack me on the back or the shoulder or whatever, in that area. And one day I'm like, you don't have to do that. You can be nice or something like that. And after that, he was nice, but I don't recommend yelling at your superiors. Sometimes it seems fun in the moment, but then usually if you're working at a place like the W, you're definitely going to have a big problem and probably get fired. Although, I've yelled at people because, see, I was supposed to be helping run the self-check or be a cashier or whatever, and my team leads actually told me that I could yell back if the customer started it, like if the customer's saying, hurry up, shut up, don't stop talking, all that. And so the one time I walked away in tears. They were just being rude. But on the other hand, the second time, and they never got in my line after that, I told them that I could bag, I could check them out and bag and talk all at the same time. And I wasn't even, oh no, wait, that was another one where I wasn't even talking to them because, you gotta make sure that the person behind the one that you're checking it out, beeping the stuff and putting it in the bag. Anyway, you gotta make sure that the person behind them feels special too. Some people can't do that, and I'm usually really bad at it. But in this case, I was being really good at it. I don't want to talk to the customers because they're being rude, but anyway, so I went so far as to tell the lady that she could bag the stuff herself because it didn't matter how I bagged it, it was just wrong. And the other lady, I just told her, I can talk and bag and, beep the stuff. And, I don't know how he worded it, but anyway. And neither one of them ever came in my line again. That was back when you actually had, a person running the register. Oh my goodness. Novel concept. And fun fact for you, the other day when I went to Walmart and got my cookies, I want to say August 8th. Might have been August 7th. Anyway, one of those two, I actually went to the person to get my DVD and then later to get my cookies. A nice young man named Michael was the one where I got the DVD from electronics, and I didn't catch her name, but it was a nice older lady on one of the people manned registers. I'd rather make sure that Walmart knows that they need people too. That actual the people touch. I can't think how to word that. You need the human element in a Walmart. But Walmart doesn't actually, care about that. They're like, you don't want to work here because you're being grumpy all the time and it can't be our fault. It has to be your fault. And yeah. I mean, the whole entire almost 4 years that I worked there, well, 3.5 years that I worked there, I was in constant fear that I was going to get fired because they were breaking Walmart rules and calling it okay. You're supposed to sign paperwork that says you can lift 50 pounds with or without reasonable accommodation. I can do it with, which is usually somebody else lifting it for me because I have a bad back. And That was in the paperwork. Also, um, I think I have asthma, but I'm not sure. But I didn't actually tell anybody about that because, it just seems hard to breathe sometimes. It's not a major thing. And anyway, so for a while there, a manager named Jessica, which I'm hoping is not in the company anymore, 'cause she wasn't a very nice person. Anyway, she'd go and pull me off my regular duty to throw freight, which means, um, the stuff from the back room gets pulled out, puts on a pallet, and you're supposed to go and open that pallet. That box. The boxes that are on the pallet, and put the freight. Put the stuff to buy where it belongs. Well, the problem is that with my bad back, I can't do that. And she kept arguing with me about it. And it's like, I cannot do this. Especially the day that it was all microwaves. Yeah, I'm this little 5'1" person, and I'm supposed to be with a bad back, and I'm supposed to be moving microwaves. When the box is like practically bigger than I am. And they weren't light either. I didn't mind so much when it was like, papers, notebooks, the party stuff. If it was light enough, I was okay with putting it up. I was kind of okay when it was clothes. I worked just about all over the store. I did not work in grocery ever. I don't know how I got that lucky, but I'm just grateful. I keep looking at this building and thinking Eiffel Tower, and that is not what it is. Okay, hold on. My cat's being like that. Okay. This is Coral, the very silent cat. Yes. Mwah. Hi, baby. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's tell a good story. So, the story I'm listening to right now is Sean and Ashley are married. They've got they've got 3 daughters, 2 sons. Okay, they got 5 kids. The oldest is a little boy named Jonah, and he's actually Sean's, not Ashley's, because Sean was tied to the bed, and Ariana, the princess of the island of many trees, her daughter, Adriana, came and had fun with Sean without him wanting to go there. And they made Jonah. Then the next year, Ashley gives birth to Daisy. And then the next year after that is the book with the captain. Not going to tell you too much about that one, but anyway, and then she gets pregnant. Okay, so Lily gets born in summer, so July, and Rose is made in July as well. So then, 9 months after that, the next year, Rose gets born. And I'm starting to write that story. I've written a lot of it, but not too much. And then the year after that, Ashley had a cyst in her ovary, so they take her to Sean's street racer friend Diego's island. And it's near Bermuda. And, not too close to the Bermuda Triangle, but pretty close to Bermuda. And they have a big adventure where these guys are trying to steal a really big diamond. Except for it's probably a really big sapphire, actually. Because in my head it was, oh, that's not good. In my head it was bright blue. Okay. I want to go back this way. Anyway, I'm still writing that one because it doesn't actually have like a middle, beginning, and end yet. I mean, it's got lots of middle. It definitely began, but it has no solid end yet. The idea was that they went to the island to relax, and then the guys came and they were looking for the big jewel, like I said, Mystic Blue Diamond. And I'm not talking, like big diamond on the bride's, on the bride's left-hand ring finger big. I'm talking like the size of an Xbox big. Xbox Series X. It was a big thing. Well, it turns out that they crashed the airplane. The bad guys crashed the airplane on the island that Sean, Ashley, Jesse, and Chantel were vacationing on. Because she had a cyst on her ovary, but it was collapsing, and they needed to keep her calm. So they took her away from Ireland and you know, the hustle and bustle of the family. And you know, if I'm going to keep doing this, I need to learn to start it the same way I do my regular videos. I think this is going to turn, I mean, this is going to be my regular videos. So I'm using Twitch and recording with the Xbox itself. And then Twitch is saving a copy, and then I go and load it to YouTube. Anyway, so they crashed the airplane, and somehow the Mystic Blue Diamond dropped out, and there's this little, maybe 4-foot bridge above where the airplane crashed, and they forced Jesse and Ashley and Chantel to get it for them while they hold on to Sean with a knife at his throat. And they go, and the 4-foot little bridge, it was very unstable. It breaks, and they almost fall to the ground, you know, all the way to the ground. But all three of them get handholds, and Ashley. Oh, I forgot the most important part. Ashley is pregnant with Devin. Well, she has a cyst on her ovary. So while they're climbing back up, or maybe when they got up to the top, you know, Jesse asks Ashley, is Devin okay? And she goes, yeah, still in there. Because I made Ashley, you know, one of those moms that knows that the baby's there, you know. I was kind of like that with Ashley, my daughter. And it was funny. So she was a C-section. My son was a C-section, not the point here. But Ashley comes out, she's looking around, nobody's freaking out at all. Well, it turns out that, I mean, she was wide-eyed looking around like, oh, that's what the world looks like that Mama's been telling me about. It was so cool. Anyway, so it turns out that Provost Park Pass, the guy that usually talks, Chris, he was telling us that, you know, Miles had his birthday while they were at Disneyland Paris, and tells this really nice story where, you know, Miles got born, and he's just looking around. He's, you know, chill little guy, and they freaked out because he hadn't started crying. And I want to know what's the difference between his doctors and my doctors, because my doctors didn't freak out. It was really, really nice that, you know, Ashley was just looking around. I don't remember her crying at all. She was in her grandma's arms. I had the flu or something because I literally did not eat. She was born on a rainy Sunday, and I think I didn't eat until Tuesday. It was crazy. what's even crazier is that my son was born on a snowy Wednesday. Oh yeah, and that, okay, so it was like pouring down rain on Ashley's birthday, and the day that she got born, and my mom's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get wet because the car broke down. Of course it broke down, piece of junk car. Anyway, I didn't have a horn because my brother kept kicking my seat, and I don't know why, but I thought that the horn would make it feel better. And so I, took both hands and I honked the horn, and my brother was like 11 or 12, something like that. So he didn't know any better. Well, he should have, but he didn't. Anyway, so we had to go and take the fuse out of the fuse box, which was also the glove compartment. I don't remember what... I'm sorry, I don't remember what the British call it. It's got a neat name, and I liked it, but I can't remember right now. I know that some people call the trunk the boot, the back storage area of your car, unless you're driving one of those cars that has the engine in the back. Anyway, so they go back and they tell the bad guys that they dropped the diamond, and they have to go and recruit. I mean, they end up all having to go, and then they decide that they need some help because they need the airplane out there. And the only reason why the engine wasn't working to cause them to crash was that the only reason why they crashed was because a bird got in the engine, and one of the bad guys got in the engine. You know how you have action movies and the guy falls out of the airplane and goes right into the engine, that kind of thing. Anyway, so they get what's going to be Ashley's crew, Craig and Tristan and Raphael and Riley and Jesse and everybody, and and Craig's mom also sent Ryan. Ryan's way too young to go, but, or at least I think he is, because he was a baby, baby old enough to sit up, when Ashley was having her bachelorette party, and she wasn't, she had not given birth to Daisy yet. So he's at least 5. But I think he was older than that. I think he was 7 in this book. Wait a minute. Okay, so Daisy, Lily, Rose, Devin, Oh, Devin. Yeah, so he'd only be 5. But I think I made him older than that. Either I can't count or something. I don't know. Okay, so this window is a little tricky. I'm gonna... Anyway, so they end up having to, get a whole bunch of the young men to get the airplane out of there. And Sean asks, I think, Raphael and Riley and Romeo and Jonah and pretty sure Oliver was in there, and then I think, Sean and Jesse. I want to say Zach was in there too, but I can't remember. I'm gonna have to reread that one, re-listen to it, whichever. Anyway, so they finally, they all have to go and tie up the ship, and then as soon as they get up there, they all pull the airplane onto the... Oh. Okay, we'll have to work on that too. Anyway, they pulled the airplane onto the solid ground, and then they had to go and move it to the beach where they were sunbathing in the first place. Well, then they have to go and clear enough ground to make like a runway, and then Sean and Ashley get volunteered to go with the bad guys because Sean can fly. Because it was the pilot that ended up in the engine. So they end up going to New York, and that's where the bad guys get captured. Then Sean and Ashley get sent home on a cruise ship where they're pretty much under house arrest. Oh, no, they made a stop at Britannia's restaurant first. Britannia is the mother of Brittany from the couple of Brittany and Nate, and Matt is her husband. Anyway, so they run the restaurant Britannia's. Or Brittany's. No, yeah, Brittany's. Sorry. Anyway, it's called Brittany's, and it's in New York, and it's on 5th Avenue. I totally made that up. And, I just thought 5th Avenue was like, a nice ritzy area. I'm hoping I'm right. And, so I did that. And I've really got to make a video to where it's advertising that I'm gonna be on stream on Twitch, at this certain time, whatever. I don't know how to do that though. Or like if YouTube would get upset because I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, but I mean, I've got something that says that they're, you know, that they talk, but I don't know. So anyway, they stop at her house overnight and then they end up going home on the cruise ship. And then, you know, it's okay for a while. The sister's gone. Devin's a lot happier. You know, because he thought he was hurting his mommy. And then they end up going to a dance at the college. You know, like the welcome back dance or maybe just a random dance. And Angelo Bacardi? That doesn't sound right, but we'll call him Angelo for now. Anyway, he asks for a dance with Ashley. Well, Sean doesn't want to give her up because, you know, A, she's his wife, and then B, they've had problems in the past with Danny McAndrews and a few other people. So he says, no, I'll dance with my wife. And, you know, of course, Angelo doesn't want to go with that. I can't think what his name is for real though. Never I made it. Anyway, and then his the guy's cousins get called over to hold Sean back. So the guy will be able to dance with Ashley. But I think Sean goes and, you know, like punches the first guy and they all scramble away. I can't remember right now. But the problem is that after the dance, they steal Ashley and leave Sean a note saying you're going to have to, you know, jump through hoops. Not literally. But, you know, you're going to have to do what we say to get her back. So he does, and he ends up going to like Egypt and New York and South Lake Tahoe and Belarus and a whole bunch of places. I was trying to go for a like all over the world thing. And so when they're in South Lake Tahoe, they find out that Sean's best friend Sam Crenshaw has been traveling with him the whole time. So they order Sam Crenshaw to go with him, you know, without the disguises, because Sam was wearing a whole bunch of different disguises, including a curly blonde wig. Anyway, so the problem is that I totally left them, as far as I remember, in New York, where we find out that Sam Crenshaw has a son. I mean, he's got Sean Crenshaw, but he also has Sam Crenshaw Jr. with a girl that is not Tiffany. And I just left it like that. I didn't finish it. So they go over, they talk to, they go over, they talk to, I don't remember her name, but they talk to her, Sam Crenshaw Jr.'s mom, and I don't know, I'm thinking Kelly, Stacy, but I don't think either one of those were her name. Karen, I don't know. Anyway, but they talk to her and they're going to move her to Ireland because, you know, Alan Granger is in Ireland and she's got cancer really close to her brain, and they said they could not operate. Well, Alan's a bit of a miracle worker, so he might be able to do that. I don't know. I haven't developed the story that much. And it might be missing some characters like Brad and Ellie, who are Brandon and Allison's kids. If you don't know who any of these people are, that's okay. Just go to Amazon and buy my books and you'll know who all of them are. You know, I wish I could come up with that that page like other people have on their YouTubes, where it's all the stuff that they're trying to sell, and you know, it's at the bottom of the YouTube just before the comments or the other videos. But can't do it just because I don't know how. I'd like to do that monetization thing too. Mostly because we need help with the bills, and I was thinking if you get $1 from a million different people, I don't have a million viewers, don't worry, but if I got $1 from a million different people, or even 200,000 different people, that would be pretty much enough that we could survive. And literally, all I'd be asking for is $1. Unlike some other people who are asking for $3. I think another person's asking for $3 for the starter membership, and then $5 if you want the premium membership. It's ridiculous, you know. And they're going, it's only $3, it's only $5. It's like, well, yeah, what if you don't have that much? What if you're struggling to pay the bills and eat too? You know, because that's what we're doing right now. We're struggling to pay the bills and eat too. We've been doing that like ever since we stopped getting food stamps, really. Although we might be able to get food stamps now, but I'm not sure. And it's not really worth the effort because they ask you a whole bunch of personal questions, and you get any money from anything at all whatsoever. And it's like, that's none of your business. My income from my job is enough. I don't know.
Jonah asked a naughty question as Sean joined them. Do you still love me? Adriana smiled a comforting smile.
Anyway, so the story that I'm listening to right now is after that whole Devon thing, there's a book where Sean moves his family out. And I didn't want it to be that way, but I'm probably going to have them move out in September or maybe like in June just before they go out for the summer. Um, Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, maybe, maybe they'll stay home for the summer. They still have to go to work at Toby's movie theater. And, oh, and then I missed the one next to me. I missed these 3 entire windows. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Sean moves his family out of the house, of the mansion. And they move to town. It's a big house, on the street behind the movie theater. Or at least that's where I put it in the Minecraft build. I didn't really have any idea where I wanted it. So I put it behind there because it had to be big enough to have at least 5 bedrooms for the kids, 1 bedroom for the parents, and it ended up having a playroom too. And when I was thinking of it, it was, the kids were all on one side of the house, and Sean and Ashley were on the other. So, okay, we're fine with that. But the thing is that, okay, so Sean moved them in the middle of the night, so some of the kids were still asleep. I mean, were totally asleep when they got moved. So, like, Rose walks into her brother's room. She doesn't know where to go. She, walked down the hall and finally found Jonah in his room. And she holds her arms out for a hug. And so she gets her hug. Well, actually, I think Jonah asked her if she wanted a hug. Anyway, so she gets her hug, and then Daisy and Lily walk in. And Jonah asks if they need a hug too. Well, Lily says yes, and Daisy also says yes, but that they're really just exploring the house. They don't exactly know where they are. They've always lived in the mansion. They've never lived anywhere else, and they don't know if same rules apply or what. Oh, and it's got a dining room too, and a kitchen, and bathrooms. It's actually got his and hers bathrooms because there's 2 boys. Well, there's 3 if you count Sean, but they've got their own private bathroom in their bedroom. Anyway, so there's oh, okay, so apparently I've got 5 followers, but I'm the only one watching my video. I mean my stream. Anyway, so Sean and Ashley have their own private bathroom, and then there's a bathroom uh with showers, um with showers in another part of the house. I think in the same part of the house as Sean and Ashley's bedrooms. So, so they finally find their parents because their parents finally, you know, came to Jonah's room, and they're talking about breakfast, and you know, the kids are all suggesting, you know, like bacon, uh, eggs, bacon, you know, sausage, um, and hash browns, even though Jonah doesn't want them. Jonah was the one that suggested that. Well, you know, Sean had said that they have a surprise for breakfast, and he shook his head on every single suggestion. Well, then the kids get there, and there's eggs and bacon and hash browns and sausage and, you know, all the stuff you would normally have for breakfast. Oh, blueberry muffins and cereal. Well, then they find out donuts! And so they get to have donuts for breakfast too, or donuts with breakfast too. And they're very happy about that. Sean said it was a new tradition on Saturdays. They're going to have donuts, or they're going to include donuts. So then a little bit later in the book, Jonah gets really, really cranky. He doesn't get to visit his mom every year for, his mother. He doesn't get to visit her every year because the ship goes to Australia. The ship goes to, he gets to visit her if the ship goes to America, but, like, you wouldn't necessarily get to see her if they went to Egypt, because I don't know if that's a real island or not, but I made up an island between Ireland and America. And there's a sandbar attached to it, and the ship often gets stuck on that sandbar. And they end up getting captured by the Amazons. Well, in this case, they go there on purpose because Sean's like, Sean gets frustrated because Jonah's getting himself in trouble at school. He's sassing his parents, anything that he can do to get their attention. Well, he finally fesses up and says, I miss my mom. So Sean goes and takes him all the way to the Amazon island in a yacht. I don't know if a yacht would actually make it there, but that's the scenario I came up with. And so Sean ends up getting captured. I want to say they punched him or he hit his head, something like that. So he's not. Oh, I think they like beat him up. Anyway, he's not feeling okay at all. And so he like really needs a doctor. And of course, Ariana is like, I'm not having that. So, he's locked in the cage. he's not really able to like hold up his own head kind of thing, and he finally falls asleep for the night, and Ariana goes and grabs Jonah, and kicking and screaming all the way, they go to this pit. And it's a really tall pit. It's like 1,000-foot drop or something like that. And she's gonna throw him in it. Well, he somehow wriggles free and ends up pushing her in. And then he ends up getting found by his sisters. Because at the same time, or just about at the same time, that Jonah was made, 4, I think 3 or 4 sisters got made too. So, different moms, and my brain's not working anymore. Okay, anyway, and they go and take him to the Amazon village and return him to his mom. Well, they were going to be mean to him, you know, like throw him in the pit or something, and I don't remember what stopped him. What stopped them. But anyway, so you sure it's the rug? Okay. That rug is like the most durable thing we've ever bought. But we definitely have to have it cleaned. Anyway, and then so they end up going back, and they've released Sean, and Sean's like, where is my son? You know, where's Jonah? And you know, Adriana is like, I don't know. And you left your volume up. Yeah, you did. You turned it down from the ridiculousness I had it at. Anyway. So my husband's finally up, so I can talk a little louder. Anyway. So, you know, they end up... Oh, Sean gets released too. So they all come back, and Jonah ends up explaining exactly what happened. You know, he says, my nightmare's over. Because he was having a nightmare that his grandma was going to come get him in his sleep and end his life, which is not good. She's not very nice. She was on evil cuckoo juice, as I put it. Her evil cranky juice. That's what it was, cranky. So, anyway, and he goes and explains that grandma took me out to this pit and she was going to try to throw me in, and my nightmare's over. And he won't explain all the way, but so that's what's going on with that part, but there's going to be more to that. Oh, and when you know, that's weird. It's definitely there. Okay, so it's there, but it's not showing up. And that's there and it's not showing up. Wonder if that's because it's so high up, but all the other ones. All the other ones are there. Oh, okay. Huh. So, the Empire State Building is actually supposed to have 73 elevators. But since this is Minecraft and a much smaller building, I just have the one. But it does go up here to the observation deck. I do not actually recommend going up here if there's a lip like this. You can see down there to where Macy's is gonna be. You can barely see the Twin Towers in the over there. What's the matter, babe? See? Well, that's one. And then there's, and again, I'm hoping I'm not stirring up bad memories for anybody. So, those are the Twin Towers. It's going to be lit up just like the other one. It's just not yet because that is a long, tedious process and it's going to take forever. There. Oh, this is stupid. Honey. Invisible wall, invisible windows. No, that's not funny. Okay, argument with that? It rendered this. Anyway, so yeah, we got invisible walls and invisible. Oh, at least it's in this direction. Well, I guess I will give up on this for now. Okay. So, I think we're going to end the stream here. Show you, okay, this is clothes and stuff. There's no racks or anything yet. None of these are, like, you know, finished. Shoes. I was kind of thinking, you know, like how Nike can be any color you want. Okay. Why is that not... Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense now. I'll fix it later. Alright, this is hot dog on a stick. Obviously it would have, you know, like big things eliminated right here, but I don't know how to do that. This one's pretzels, but not pretzels Wessels. Because I wasn't impressed with their pretzels. I can't remember what the name of the place was though. Orange Julius. Mongolian barbecue. Never ate there because I hear Mongolian is spicy. And I'm not a spicy person. And Panda Express. There really needs to be some tables in here. Just out of that. And then only older people like me. I'm not, you know, like really older. Just in my 40s, but Gold Mine Arcade. Because this whole building is based on the Solano Mall in Fairfield, California. So, good games. I don't know why some of them now have this instead of that. Anyway. It is supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be totally dark, but I was liking it the way it was, but I think my son got involved. Cinnabon. I used to love me some cinnamon rolls. Red Robin. Of course, there's like no kitchen or anything in here at the moment. The carousel. And look, see this carousel, all the things on the carousel go in the correct direction. When Disneyland does not. Then piles and piles of nothing. Okay, so we're gonna go back over here.
Not like usual. She was screaming hysterically that she almost joined the horse or something. Joey,
Oh, I did forget one thing.
it's okay, Mom.
You know how malls have play places for the little kids? That's a slide. That's a little car. Then Taco Bell. See, Solano Mall has JCPenney's right here. And then I don't know if it's still there, but Taco Bell was the next one in. Your favorite bookstore. So, in the mall itself was B. Dalton and Walden Books. Outside the mall is Barnes and Noble. And here in Carson we had Borders. So, your favorite bookstore. I mean, it could even be the discount bookstore. You know, I don't know. A random green building with green carpet. I haven't figured out what's going to go in there. It's probably going to be clothes or something. Puzzles and games. And I kind of thought that this brick was, you know, totally appropriate. Kind of looks like Legos or something. Then, oh, and I looked at this color and was like, Barbie! So this is a Barbie store. It's gonna have stuff in it later, I swear. Okay, so I put JCPenney's over here because I totally forgot about JCPenney's. And that's an escalator. That goes up to the next floor. It's got 2 floors, and somewhere over here-ish would be, you know, like the hair salon and the bathrooms and stuff. Oh. Okay, so we have a group chat and we talk about everything. Macy's. Well, it's mostly all the people I know. Sears. Oh my goodness, we hang out with our Xbox friends way too much. I saw the S and I was thinking, Citaran. Builder's Emporium. You may not remember that. I don't exactly remember what was in there. I think it was like a Home Depot kind of thing. The Gap. And Best Buy. Well, it's gonna be Best Buy. It doesn't even have walls yet. And then we have this movie theater. But I need to go upstairs. So, actually, I think I will stop the stream. Nobody's watching it anyway. I hope you have a great day. Know that you are enough. Know that there's no problem you cannot solve or handle. And I'll see you in the next video. Wrong button.